Right here with Devon ahead of the U.S. Indoor Championships. How are you feeling going into this?
I feel good. I'm fit. I'm probably the most conditioned I've ever been, around this time of the season. I feel fast. I've been competing pretty well. I came off a big win at the Melrose game, so I'm excited for the competition in general and a chance to make the world team.
How does being undefeated this year affect your mentality?
Yeah, I think, like I said, in the big press conference, I think as an athlete you always want to compete and go out there and win, and if you keep winning you're going to eventually win a gold medal. So that's my goal, is to come out here and compete and get first place and run as fast as I can. And with the competition and the amount of talent we have in this field this year, I think it's going to be, it's going to be a product to a fast time. So whoever wins this, is going to run a quick time, and that's what we're all going for. And then hopefully, the times just progress faster and faster, and get close to that American indoor record.
Yeah, is that a big goal for you?
Yeah, I mean 7:36. I don't think it's out of reach at all. I mean, that's 14 hundredths away. That could be a good start, a little bit cleaner, and just being faster and fitter. I still got some time if I just the indoor season's a couple more weeks longer, so I think I'm close to that.
How do you feel? What do you prefer, the 60 hurdles or the 110?
I prefer the 110s just because you get a little bit more time to get going. But the 60s are fun too. It's like a bang bang race. You go and it's over. And it's exciting to watch. But yeah, definitely the 110s. 110s is something that I've been kind of accustomed to. When I started hurdling, I just did the 110s because there wasn't any indoor track in Phoenix, where I'm from. So I didn't start doing the 60s until I got to college. But yeah, I'm starting to turn into a little bit of a 60 hurdler too. I'm just trying to be well-rounded in every event that I do, whether it be the 110s or the 100 meters. I want to compete. So yeah.
Yeah, and you obviously did the 60 hurdles in 2016. You won NCAA's that year. Is this your second season doing?
This is my second indoor season. Yeah. So that 2016 year I did the indoors. The year before that I did a little bit of indoors, but I didn't make the indoor NCAA team at all. So, but yeah, like you said, I'm pretty new to the 60s. I mean, it's the same thing. It's just hurdling, so nothing changes except for it's a little bit shorter. But yeah, it's exciting, and I'm ready to run something fast this weekend.
What did you think about Grant Holloway's collegiate record?
Yeah, I saw a lot of videos. He looks amazing. He's mastered the 7-step, which is something that a lot of the hurdlers are going to now. He's taking one less step out of his start. And he's fast to the first hurdle, and then he's a technician over the hurdles, and he's a fast kid. He runs 44 seconds flat in the 400, so you have to have some kind of speed. So I'm excited for where American hurdling is going to be. All the David Oliver just retired. Jason Richardson, Aries Merritt are still kind of competing, but I don't know how much competing Jason Richardson is doing now. Everybody's it's kind of like a changing of the guard. All the younger hurdlers are starting to step in, so it's going to be me and Lee Harris, Grant Holloway, Aaron Mallett, Freddie Crittenden, those guys. We need to step up and kind of hold on to that American prowess in the hurdles, men and women. So.
And we talked a little bit earlier about your vintage sweatshirt, so
yeah.
Just want to ask for the camera, where'd you find this?
Yeah, I found this actually in Tokyo, in like a vintage store in Harajuku. So yeah, it was kind of interesting. I was just walking around, I found this, and actually the next store I went to, I saw Tyler, the Creator, inside this. Yeah, like he was just shopping.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I was like, wow, this is interesting.
Did you go up to him?
No, I said hey. I didn't want to fanboy and get like a picture.
Yeah.
But I actually did later go onto his Instagram and see what he was doing. He was playing a concert that night. He did a meet and greet, so I went over there and did a meet and greet.
Oh, wow.
So that was cool. Yeah.
And you recognized him right away?
Yeah, that's the thing. I was just like, well, it was funny because I was the only one in the store, and then he comes in. I'm like, oh, that looks like Tyler. I'm like, oh, that is. I was like, what's up, bro? He's like, hey, dude. And I walked out, and there's 15 people outside, big dudes, probably bodyguards. And it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So it was cool. But yeah, that was a good trip. First time in Tokyo. Hopefully we'll be going back in a couple years.
Yeah, so, yeah, for sure. Have you had many celebrity run-ins when you've competed overseas?
Not really. Actually, another celebrity guy I met that at the Rose Bowl when we played Florida State a few years ago, I saw Seth MacFarlane at a mall I was at.
Okay.
And I was just like, wow, that's cool. Seth MacFarlane, he's pretty famous for all the voices, Family Guy and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty cool.
That's neat. So what time are you going to run this weekend?
My goal for this weekend is 7:37, so that's what I have coined down, put down. So I think I have a good opportunity of doing that. My start's been a lot better lately. I'm just feeling good, feeling fast, so ready to go.
Awesome. Good luck.
Cool. Thank you.